Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. And my first right thinking hoodie. This is the original. This is the first one. Alright. But today we in book of wisdom. But I'm about to close it up because I'm getting to the end of the book and we be rocking. Right now we're gonna talk about conscious and the subconscious, aka male and female. Oh yeah, let's go. Writisms, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and to my God be true. P-Funk's philosophy says, let's discuss consciousness and subconscious. Conscious and subconscious. Male, female. Remember, it takes two to tango, and they opposites, and they got to come together. See where we're going with this? This is my area, so let's talk about this thing up here that you got to learn to master. Let's rock. The conscious mind is AKA the male aspect. There we go, of your mind. What do you mean? All right. Pay attention. You might learn something, grasshopper. If it's responsible, it is responsible for what? Everything you are aware of, including your visual field, your five senses, your thoughts, be they right or wrong, your logic, and your reasoning. Why? Because it acts as the gatekeeper, filtering information, aka using your discernment, information about information, and making deliberate decisions based on experience and perception. Remember, when you experience something, you know it now from that experience. But when the mind haven't had experience, it got what to go on? Pretty much nothing. So it's gonna make it up as it go. That's the ego mind. That's when it takes over, and now you're running on what? Egoism. Never good. We're gonna get to that answer too. See, I know the ego is here. Okay, it's up here. It's personal. Every conscious thought creates what they call an emotion response. Heart, mind, coherence. That's my thing. I'm about to get into that area, and I keep telling you that I'm a little rich when it comes to that. I told you, when this unites with this on the same wavelength, they become one, two become one inside you. That's the heart and the mind becoming one entity. I'm watching them play out itself. And this ain't even my philosophy. I love it. Let's go. It ties in. It ain't mine, but it's just saying the same thing. Okay, this is true wisdom. Why? He just living out there for you. Okay, I'm gonna break it down for you. And again, every conscious thought creates an emotional response. Emotion is the language of what? The subconscious mind. Dun, 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 dun. The female. Okay, hold on. I knew she was gonna do that. God damn it. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Again, you got to realize emotions is the language of the subconscious. Women are emotional by nature. That's their nature. Come on, fellas. What the hell on here? Oh, she's so, yeah. And you, yeah. So you are who you are, just like they are who they are. Respect that, and that'll take care of that damn problem. I don't want somebody just like me. I don't want another me. I want the opposite of me, and my other half is the opposite totally. And that makes it worse. It's another story. But again, the stronger your consistency, the stronger you consciously feel with your heart and emotions, the deeper it impresses upon what? Your subconscious mind is holding that, is holding it. Why? This process is what shapes your belief. When somebody can get your heart, that Bible, religion, they pull at your heartstring. Why? Once they got that, they got you. They got you. Why? Because you're going to go where the heart leads you. And if the heart is led the wrong way, it's going to lead you the same way. And watch this. It controls, it shapes your belief, your behavior, and the long-term mindset. I've been trying to tell a lot of my Christian faith lovers about Jesus not being real. They're not trying to have that. That's that long-term mindset. They not changing. Moving on. That's the perfect example. I'm using the mind to show proof. It ain't what I say. It's what it is. I can do this because I haven't objected in an open mind. This is not my philosophy. I practice a whole different philosophical concept, but I understand and respect this one. Why? It's the same thing, just put this in a different. I understand that. That's true knowledge. Come on now. And again, this process of believing leads you down a certain way. And when you are, what's that? When you repeat thoughts and strongly felt emotions like that Bible, religion, y'all become embedded and it becomes your subconscious programming. And it's going to influence how you respond to the world automatically. That's a fact. Jack, you know what I'm saying? Let's deal with the first one. Consciousness. Men, us. I understand it. You see me doing this. Male, female. You see the balance? That's what Maya represents. No one's better. And watch this. In your mind, you got a left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. It's called the brain. The connector there is the pineal gland. That's the dot. Consciousness, masculine aspect. We do the gender thing, male and female, meaning opposite. Okay, so watch this. The conscious mind is considered the male, masculine aspect. Why? There you go. Because it represents the way it thinks, logic, reasoning, awareness, and willpower. Those are things that men hold dear to their heart. Why? That's embedded in them. That's what we are. We are who we are. And what's this? The functions, the conscious mind functions as the analytical part of the mind. If it's a part of the mind, if this is the analytical part, what's the other part? The subconscious, the female part. Again, which has her functions, and she play a role also. That's why you got to use them what? Equally. No one's real strong and better. It's gonna play out. My philosophy says that. This gonna play it out right here. Nature dictates that, not the philosophy or the philosophical concepts. We know we took a philosophy that rolled with nature. Fit right in. Y'all took a philosophy and mythology that goes against what? Nature, and y'all think it's going to work. It don't. That's why it won't. But let's talk about the male side of the mind. It controls what? The male side. It filters out. It's the analytical part of the mind. Okay, if it's the analytical part, there's another part. Again, and if you just going to use that part of your mind, you're an a-hole. Most egotistical male, ego-driven masculine guys use one side of their mind. And those over-emotional females, they use the other side, one side of their mind. They're not thinking in equanimity. They don't know it. They're not conscious of it. Watch this. But the masculine mind, the conscious mind, it filters information through its own discernment before passing it to the subconscious. But the subconscious is like, behind every good man is a good woman. The conscious mind is cool, but what's behind it is even cooler. Why? She controls 90% of the body function. Did you know that? That 10%, that's the male. That's y'all. That's the men. Okay. 10% of the body we function. We think we running the show. The women are so smart, they got 90% and they don't say a word. They think we supposed to be submissive to you. Are you crazy? Think about it. All right. But before you pass on to the subconscious, you're supposed to filter it down, decide it if it's good or bad. But the discerning mind, the subconscious mind picks it up anyway. It don't care. And the conscious mind chooses the thoughts, which in turn creates the emotional responses. If you can control and manipulate what they think, you can control their response. Belief system. The conscious mind directs focus, which determines what energy is amplified. What you're going to do is analytical. So if it don't make sense to the conscious mind, it ain't doing that. Okay? Emotion, it don't play that game either. I'm very unemotional. Why? I can control that aspect of my way of thinking. I don't let it get involved with this, okay? Or vice versa. So now, subconscious mind. It has 5 things that shows you what it does, the function of it. And they both do different things. But they come together as one. That's what we don't understand. And that's what esoteric teaching is trying to get you to use, what both hemispheres of the brain. Think in equanimity, both sides. Pro, con. We teach critical thinking. No, that should be normal. Okay. Subconscious mind, aka the female aspect, it represents intuition. In my philosophy, that's I said. In my philosophy, the male part is the spirit. Intuition part is I said. What's this? The emotions, again, I said. Creativity, I said. And automation, again, I said. The subconscious mind, watch this. What it does, it controls all the involuntary body functions that the conscious mind don't even pay attention to. Why? Because it's already covered from the back. Behind every good man is a good woman. Why? That's the right hemisphere. She controls 90% of how you do what it is you do. Think about that. So that's the other side of your brain that the women run the show, personally. They do. Okay? But men's ego got to be stroked, so they give you that. I love that idea. But watch this. But the subconscious mind control all your involuntary body functions, like the heartbeat, the breathing, the digestive system. Conscious mind don't run that. Subconscious do. Okay? It stores all memories, all habits, good and bad. Belief systems, it got that in there too. And watch this. And all learned behaviors. You are what you learn and believe and think you are. The subconscious mind absorbs repeated thoughts, emotions, and experiencing, and so it's forming its own mental program. Women, they'll take, at a certain point in time, they done had enough. See them kind of, yeah, that's human nature. It ain't just them. Men do the same thing from a different perspective, but we all have equal understanding. We just operate on different premises. When you can use both, that's what we call balance. We call it WRIGHT. But balance is good. It's the same thing. Okay, just different word. But the subconscious mind, it operates, what's this? This is the beauty part of this one. It operates below the conscious mind, but the conscious mind awareness, but it actually dominates 90% of your mental activities. That 10% y'all giving, that 10%, yeah, that's the male ego. Okay, get that out of here. Well, it don't do nothing, but it's the figurehead, so to speak. Okay, understand it, and that's what they're trying to get you to understand. I'm trying to break it down for you because I got a philosophy that says pretty much the same thing, so I understand just what they're saying. And again, behind every good man is a good woman. And north side of the hemisphere that the women run, subconscious, the right side. And we just got finished telling what? The story, the symbology behind what? Get to the right side of your hemisphere, your brain. Think right-sided. Why? That's what God, that's what creativity, that's what everything that you need to be doing from a male aspect. You need to get that together within yourself. From the female aspect, you need to have those qualities also. Well, I ain't gay. I don't know. No, these are just qualities that you can use. Again, the qualities, the philosophy ain't men or women. Spirit ain't male or female. Philosophies and concepts ain't male or female. We given a character like the conscious and the subconscious. One is male, one is female. To just show opposites to comparison. That's all elementary. But watch this. When it operates under, like they say, the woman will put the man on top and let him do what he got to do. But watch this. The subconscious mind is the true powerhouse that what governs the majority of our life. When you heavy male dominated, that means, and what the man do, kick the woman to the curb. Okay, abuse and misuse her, and don't treat her right. Okay, it functions like a fertile garden. Whatever seed or thought and idea and emotion that's planted, it will grow. Dun 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 dun, right there. Whatever you plant that seed in your mind is going to grow. And watch this and manifest. So you got to be careful what you put in your mind. Why? This is why self-mastery is mastering one's conscious mind. And it is essential. Why? Because it dictates what the subconscious absorbs. If you give garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. You filter the garbage out and you put good in, you're only going to get good in return. Hence, you reap what you sow. But you got to have an understanding of equanimity. The subconscious mind runs the show. Okay, in your household, who runs the show? The woman. It's a natural fit. Okay, I'm the man. Yeah. But you have a role to play. And as men, just play your damn role. That's it. But watch this. The women don't have a problem. That little 10% that they missing from you, they feeling admirably. Not that it's a good thing. I detest single parenting. But the woman can do what? Her job and the job of the man. Very few men can do that. Okay, I was a single parent. I didn't have no woman. Okay, I know how to do what I need to do. So I'm trying to tell you, it go both ways. But the idea is parenting with unconditional love and wanting the best for your child, that's a parent. They'll make a difference, male or female. Moving on. That's the philosophy that I've been living by. But again, mastering this thing here is essential. It's essential. Knowing thyself is that essential. I'm trying to get you to do. And I'm doing it from his perspective. Same thing. Okay? Still trying to get you there. And it says here, your deepest fears, all your self-belief, doubts, and imagination, and the automatic behaviors originated from your subconscious, from the woman. We about to put that on Front Street too. I got that for you coming up. But the subconscious mind is the showrunner. Men understand that. And the subconscious mind programming, it often formed where? In your childhood or through what? Repeated experiences in life. When you are between that age of 1 to 7, you're going to experience things that you don't control. And some of them going to be traumatic. Some of them going to be not good for you. And that's going to linger. It ain't going to go nowhere. So, again, be they good or bad. That's what the mind does. So it does what it's supposed to do. You will have to what? Learn to reprogram. So to reprogram, that's a segue, your subconscious, you must consciously, you must be aware and you able to direct your right thinking, your thoughts, and your emotions with intent. Heart-mind coherence. That's thinking with intent and emotion, feeling, and repetition. And what happens? And the strong emotional conviction, that's what we call desire to what? Get whatever you need done. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it through that concept. Okay, that's what they're telling you. The mind functions like a computer. I told you, the most sophisticated machinery known to man don't come with instructions, but they got instructors. I'm one of them. Storing programs that shape your behavior. And here we go again. 90% of your daily actions are governed by these what? Mental programs, habit, routine. I've been doing this 6 years now. If I don't do that, I won't know what to do with myself. Why? This is all I know for the last 6 years. That's why. You got guys in prison 20, 30 years. When they get out, they don't know what to do. Why? They got to break their routine of what they've been doing to get them where they are. And everybody don't make that adjustment well. Moving on, simple fact, okay? This thing here is a bad machine. But for instance, let me give you a quick example. The simple act of what? Brushing one's teeth is what? A subconscious program. When I get up, the first thing I do, thank God that I'm up, and I take it from there. And I move, take care of my hygiene, get ready, do my little thing, do routine. That's routine. And those are things that it's just automatic. It becomes muscle memory. You get used to it. And in life, your programming is going to be what you're going to be. You do it, what? Automatically, without having to what? Even think about it. That's the subconscious. That's the female aspect of what? Your whole body, how it's run. autopilot. Why? They know what to do, when and how to do it. Your mental programming is formed through repetition of what? Emotional impressions. And when your experience is repeated often enough, or when an event is charged with the intense emotion, your heart is in it. You're all in, right? Now it becomes deeply imprinted into your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind wants to serve. That's where the concept of the woman serving the man. I just say I get the concept now from this perspective. The subconscious mind is there to what? Serve. And the man, if he understands that, he will be gratiated and he will worship and love the ground she walks on. See where we're going with this? When you fellas, when we take on that wife, our goal is to what? Please her, not to cheat on her, abuse her. No, that ain't what we married them for. That's not the goal for the female woman anyway. Now you want more wives. And they ask the question. It ain't just women. They ask men and women who marry. If you can have another wife, what would you use it for? Sex. Ask the women. You another husband. Sex. See where we're going? It ain't just one-sided. Okay, it's equal. Y'all both feel the same way. But now, for example, if you went through a traumatic experience as a child, we all did. I witnessed death. And nobody, 8 years old, dead body, okay, I didn't freak out. I've been around it. I didn't see it. But to actually, yeah. And they talk about you need therapy. Nobody, no, I'm still see it. It ain't going to change in my mind. But I dealt with it like that. But this was this. Everybody had some traumatic trauma in their life. But that event may still be, again, I'm talking about it to this day. 60 years later, 60 years later, 60 years later, I still got that memory fresh in my mind. So what they talking about, I can identify with what I'm experiencing it myself. So they know what they're talking about. And it's still fresh in my memory right today. Why? Because the emotional impact was so strong at that point in my life. It ain't went nowhere. Sometimes it's a good trauma and pushes you and sells you, inspires you, motivates you. That bad trauma, it's hard to shake. But you can get over it, most of us. But the stronger your emotion, the deeper the subconscious is impressed. Once an event is imprinted, it subconsciously influences your thoughts, your reactions, and your behavior. That's how important it is to have this thing working the right way, right thinking. Even if you're not aware of it, your subconscious mind, not the ego mind, no. This is the subconscious mind, the good side, okay, is constantly what? Guiding your actions. Why? To protect you from similar experiences. See, it's like a mother guiding. A mother will sacrifice her life for her kid. The mind showing you it will protect you the best it could from what that bad experience. That's a bad thing, Jack. Okay. For instance, if you survive a car, okay, survived a car accident, your subconscious mind will now create a program that will avoid that danger in your mind, in your life, if it could. Even years later, you may feel anxious while driving and avoid certain roads. I know people who say that. Or you even develop a fear of cars. I don't know how far that goes. But not because, okay, you constantly think about it, but because your subconscious mind is trying to what? Keep you safe. Understanding that this process is key to reprogramming your mind for yourself. By consciously, what? Introducing what? New and right thoughts, good habits, and emotional responses. So now you can learn to what? Override your old programs and create a new empowering reality for oneself, aka to know thyself, means to change and better thyself. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll be right back with this lesson going to be reprogramming the mind. George tell you to program, reprogram, and deprogram. You got to learn how to think right. That's my job to help you do just that. I'll be right back. And in closing, right thinkers. May you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know my right thinkers who now understand conscious and subconscious have passed away. Hope you're better at making decisions now. I'm out.